Young people are growing up in a world that has a lot of complexity. They're often faced with lots of sort of negative news content. They really need the kinds of spaces where they can be themselves, where they can connect, they can engage in dialogue, to really think about how to cope with some of the things that are pretty distressing for all of us, but especially for young people.
YWHO is an integrated youth service site. The idea is that it's a low barrier service model. Youth can walk in, approach, no pre-referrals needed. There's less emphasis on going into an office space or a clinical space or stigma associated with approaching social services. They immediately go to us and they're like, I need help figuring this out. And we're a team that will, no matter what it is, figure out how we can help them with it. Even if it's a service we don't offer on-site, we're gonna figure out how to help them navigate that within the community so that they're not constantly bouncing around to different services.
We think in terms of our core components, things like a commitment to youth and family engagement, things like working in integrated ways, thinking about culture and the important role it plays in delivering services. These are the core components that are consistent across all of the communities. But then the look and feel within a community will be a reflection of local youth advisories, local family advisories, community leadership, elders, who are bringing that local perspective into the conversation.
With any new service, it's getting the word out there that we're here and that these are the things that we have. And I think a lot of the staff have done a really good job because of the agencies that we work with and have partnered with. And with all of those different perspectives comes a different idea of what people need, because there are many different identities that are intersecting in Thorncliffe Park. A lot of refugees, newcomers to Toronto and Ontario, to Canada. So that comes with very specific needs that we don't necessarily see in a lot of other communities.
The youth in this community, they understand what it's like to be someone of that age in this community. They take ideas from what they lacked when they were younger, and they would implement that. Basically, it's like to make a better future for the current youth.
We have youth come in, they might have a blank resume. They have no experience. We'll get them connected with the food bank. They get to learn about merchandising. They learn about customer service. So it's just being that whole teamwork involved in it and putting that on their resume. So when they do go even apply for a part-time job and stuff, they have some of these experiences so they can definitely put that on their resume. So these volunteer opportunities with the food bank and the youth programming definitely helps them.
For our site, what it looks like is we have multiple structures to kind of like how our governance works at the hub. Through our lead organization, Kenora Chiefs Advisory, we have a board made up of chiefs of 9 surrounding First Nations communities. We have a community partnership that is formed of over 20 community partners now that are all around the area, so they also have input, as well as we have a youth advisory committee that also oversees everything that comes through the hub. Our youth love land-based programming. Anytime they can get outside, they love it. You do things, whether it comes to connecting with animals, take the youth out to interact with horses, go to sweat lodges sometimes, depending on what that means to that youth and what it means to connect to the land.
This is like my hangout space. I've actually never been in a space I've ever had the opportunity to teach other people how to do what I know how to do.
Les carrefours bien-être pour les jeunes de l'Ontario s'engagent à fournir des services équitables pour les jeunes qui sont fondés sur la diversité et l'inclusion. À Cornwall et Rockland, ça implique l'offre des services en français et en anglais.
We heard it from young people that they deserve optimal outcomes. And the only way we'll know if they're achieving their optimal outcomes is if we actually measure. We've been intentional about both creating consistency across communities across the province. It allows us to understand how all of those different things are connected. And what's going on at school, what's going on at home very much affects young people's mental health, putting that together with the ways we've gathered information about what the young person has prioritized and needs to develop really what's the path forward that's going to help a young person achieve their goals.
As soon as somebody walks through our door, if we've gotten them here, that's amazing. That's, breaking down the barriers, breaking down the stigma and all of those pieces. If we can get them to start feeling a little bit better, start seeing some, coping mechanisms that are benefiting them more, will be more long-term in their life. Whatever the youth needs, if they feel like they've gotten that from us, then I feel like that's a win.